¿Se ve? ¿Se oye? ¿Se ve? ¿Se ve? No juega con es mejor que se vea. Sí, ¿cómo es? ¿Nadie quiere venir aquí o no se puede poner aquí? ¿Sí? ¿Tienen miedo? Well, thank you everyone for coming here today. I'm super excited. This has been the work of 9 months. The past few months were super extreme. And yeah, so first of all, I would like to say thanks. First of all, to Spoon, that they offer us the space to do this event. And secondly, to all the contributors that make this possible. I coded a lot, but a lot of people also contributed to the code. So thank you everyone. So the KorGE evolution. This is the 4th release, but this has been a very long road. It started before the 1.0, the first public release. It was in 1917, and after 2 years the first version appeared, and then after another 2 years the second release appeared, and then again in 2 years the third version. So KorGE is a game engine. It's Kotlin. It's fully written Kotlin to also write the games in Kotlin, and it's also multi-platform. So you can write the code once, and then you can target to JavaScript, the JVM, desktop, Android, and iOS. So you can create a game and play it on the browser, on your computer, or in your phones, and that's nice. So what is exactly the 4.0 version? So it has been 9 months, as I said. So it's like a child, and this is the 4.0. Between the 3.0 and the 4.0, we added these characters. The girl is called Coral. The boy is called Jest, and you can see KorGE. And the icon is called Hit. And the Apple was twice, I think. Well, so what is KorGE 4.0 is a game engine? No, it is not a game engine. It's a rendering engine, like Pixie.js. And what? This is not a game engine. So this is because we are reducing the scope of KorGE itself. And I would like to present another project that it's called KProject. That is this one. So KProject is a tool to be able to share code, Kotlin code between projects easily. Because we have this problem. This is me waiting for all the libraries to compile. It takes like 1 hour every single time I want to try something. And it's exhausting, and I don't want to spend my time like that. So yeah, we have to wait not only for one library, but for all the libraries and for all the platforms. And it's like a lot of Maven artifacts. So yeah, we have artifacts everywhere, and it's not really nice. So for the release, for only KDS, that is one of the libraries of KorGE, every release is 13 megabytes of size with all the artifacts. And it's just a library for data structures, and it's not nice. But the source code is less than 1 megabyte, so it doesn't make sense. So the people working in CDNs is like that, trying to connect all the hard drives to support this madness. And this is me trying to deploy to Maven Central. This is if you know Maven and Maven Central, you have to do a lot of things, and especially for Maven Central, you have to first publish to Maven, publish to Central, but then you have to figure out things like Kotlin multi-platform, that it's a bit tricky to configure Gradle, to do stuff. Then you figure out that you have to also sign all the artifacts, that it's somehow complicated, especially working on Kotlin, and then you have to deploy it to Sonatype, that you have to state things. It's too complicated. You have to configure the GitHub keys, trigger the release. This is thing, and the JavaScript guys are like this, saying, what shit is this? They just put npm init, yes, and you have an artifact, and then you write npm publish, and you have it. So I created KProject to solve this madness. And so the thing is, KProject is a description format that describes dependencies. This is like npm for JavaScript. In the end, we want to describe which artifact or which module depends on which other. And we want to use Git for referencing other projects, things like that. Instead of publishing, I have a commit, I have a GitHub repository, then I can share the code in any place. It is YAML based, and we don't need to publish to Maven, and we can link to GitHub projects directly. So use KProject, please. Now, let's continue with our presentation. So yeah, this was a presentation within a presentation. It's September. So what's new with KorGE 4.0? So one of the first things that changed is that the imports that usually started with conms with something of the libraries now are like corelibs.time, something that makes sense. So we have like a lot of libraries for time, for data structures, memory, crypto, math, images, things like that. And now they have proper packages names that sane people can understand. So I asked ChatGPT to explain this to me like if I was a 8 years old child. And he told me, sir, imagine you have a big friend who knows a lot of things. That's me. I'm going to explain something to you as if you were 8 years old. And then came up with this. This is the new package, and that's the old package. Hope you can understand. The other thing is, previously we have mathematics, geometry classes to describe some geometry primitives like points, and the problem was that they were mutable, so we have to do things like this. We have a mutable point, and then we add it and multiply it, and the object was mutating, and that was not great. So now with KorGE 4.0 we have this. We can have immutable classes and do proper arithmetic. So I asked also ChatGPT to figure out how to explain this, and yeah. So this is the mutable points, and this is the immutable points. So I went that way, as you can see. Pretty cool. Yeah. The other thing that changed is that we were using doubles for things like coordinates, alpha, you name it. So and I changed it to float. That's why it has faster performance and will enable single instruction multiple data operations to be used in the future. It provides less consistency with JavaScript since in JavaScript we have only doubles. So it was a hard decision, but since Kotlin is coming, I did the change. And well, this is the other things I changed it for the release, but I also asked ChatGPT to explain this, but well, you know, there's not time to explain it in this presentation. So no time to explain, get in the car, this is like this, that's you, that's KorGE 4.0, your own uncalled game engine, so you know what you have to do. So did you remember that key projecting I explained before? So yeah, use key project, I told you. Or draw 25 cards. What happened? we all are lazy, so we don't want to deal with these things. So I'm presenting the KorGE store. That is this thing. This is a place where we are going to share all the K projects that people create in several ways. With K project, you can share code, but you can also share assets. You can, for example, create a character and share the code to load that character and to do things. And also the store provides starter kits and showcases that people can use to start working with it. So now it's demo time, finally. And which time is it? We have plenty of time to show stuff. So this is IntelliJ. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to put the full screen so it looks better. But yeah, this is IntelliJ, and this is the new KorGE template for creating new projects. So here we have several templates. Those are the same that you can see in the store here. So in the template, we are showing the starter kits and the showcases. So I'm going to start with compose, for example, and I'm going to explain what is this. So I don't. Someone of you remember how to increase the font size here? Maybe it's like plus. No, this is for the operating system. I don't remember. Reset font size. Font size. Actions. Increase font size. No.
¿De editor? ¿En la opción de editor en Project Settings?
Editor, edit here? No. Here?
File. File, creo.
File.
Project. Project. Está ahí settings, ¿no?
No. Bueno, esto es el del sistema operativo.
Donde entraste recién que decía implementar el font size, aparecía ahí la opción de editor.
¿Dónde?
Donde entraste recién que pusiste font size, pero no me acuerdo.
Font size. Font size. Reset. Buscador aquí.
En alguna de esas.
Change font size.
Apriete cualquiera. Y ahí donde dice editor, general, font, abajo. A la izquierda. En el.
Aquí. Vale.
Y ahí.
Pero me suena que había un shortcut o algo.
Ahí creo que se vería un poco más grande.
Vale, sí. Yo creo que sí. ¿Se ve bien?
Sí.
Can you see it properly? Okay, so let me show you this sample here. Okay. Okay, so this is do you know Jetpack Compose multi-platform? This is something similar to React, but for Kotlin. This works like having states, and then you have code describing using those states, and then you can change the state and things like that. So here I have a small counter. So I'm one of the things that started to work with KorGE. It started with the third version, but now it's improved. Is auto reloading. So the thing is, I have opened this, and now if it works, and if it works, I should be able to make changes, and they are reflected here automatically. So, for example, I can insert digit 0, insert digit 1. So I can do like this, and then I can type like here. So I didn't have to recompile manually to do things. I just type, save the file, and everything changes automatically. So so this is Compose. This is using the composable functionality that is provided by Compose multi-platform. And then what I'm going to show you next is the store. The store is integrated in IntelliJ, so we can open it here, and we can, For example, let's see, I want to do a QR generation. So I go to this page, install it, and then Gradle is reloading. I will have to, when you are installing new things, you have to, auto reloading doesn't work when installing new projects, new key project modules. This is a key project references. And yeah, now it should be downloading the QR here, and then when Gradle finishes loading, we will be able to use this code from here somewhere at some point here, some point here. I will probably miss the imports because it's still loading. It takes like some time for load. Now how to finish. Hello. Still syncing. Now I should be able to, yeah, so you can see here the QR. I just use the store, install the artifact, use the sample code, so it's super easy. It's made for lazy people like me, so it's fine. So yeah, here we have like a lot of things. We have compose, we have video playback, we have skeletal skeletal animations, integration with tiles, Lua scripting, physics. We have monetization and other things. So yeah, this is the store, and this was composed. Now I'm going to show you the platform started. So it's going to take more time for Gradle to load than my whole presentation. But we are almost there. Yeah, now we are here. So now for this specific template, we are using several things from the store. We are using the Coral and Jest assets. That is this one. This depends on Dragon Bones, that it's a transitive dependency, and the LDTK tile maps. That is this editor that is super cool, because you have like where it is, you can place things and then it magically create like grass and things near to things, and you can also create layers, things like that. It's a super great editor, and there is an integration in the store. So let me show you this. And here we are going to see several things. So here we can control the character with the keyboard. If you have a multi-touch device, you can also use this virtual keyboard. This is also on the store. This is this virtual controller from the store supports this kind of using the multi-touch, the keyboard, or even a controller. So I can use my controller. This template is not doing things like climbing ladders, so I just can jump like a lot. I can fly, but it's okay. So, we can also change the zooming level, and yeah, this is also, if we move slower, the animation goes slower and faster. So it's a really nice demo. And now the thing is, since this auto reloading also works here. So for example, you could see that if I jump, it works like something similar like this. But I can change the gravity. I can, for example, put 20 units per second to gravity, and then this jumps less because of the gravity. And the thing is, with auto reloading, as you could see, we started in the previous position because I'm storing the character's position in a property annotated with keep on reload. With this annotation, when the scene is recreated, this property is conserved. We can reuse it. And yeah, and the other thing I would like to show you is the debugger. So KorGE integrates a debugger where we can see all the things we have. So for example, here we have the character, and we can see all the pieces, and we can also change some properties from here. So I can, for example, tint the whole thing red. And yeah, for the case of the scene, for this scene container, we have some a property annotated with view property and a method annotated with that annotation. So this is when we annotate this like this in the debugger, we have this property here. So we can change the gravity directly in the debugger, and we can also use put methods that are intended for debugging purposes. So I have a teleport initial pose that when I press it, it teleports to the initial position, and this is only available when debugging. So really cool stuff. And now let's try something different. So I'm going to actually remove all the code from here. So this code, this, and now we have an empty thing where we can place it things here, and voila, we have this. But well, you know, in the times we are living, we can do it better. So let's try this button, and I'm going to write here, like for example, put a red square on the screen. And then I'm going to press return. And let's see what happens. So we have a red square here. Make it blue. Now we have it blue. And I want it on the top left corner of the screen. And let's see, during 1 second, move it to the center of the screen while rotating it 45 degrees. Oh, sometimes it fails. But well, it's fine. I can start in this point. Now, in addition to the square, put a text saying hello, no spoon, in the center of the screen, in yellow. And if it's not trolling me, okay, so yeah, the 4.0 thing has a lots of things, as you could see in the matrix, in the matrix screen. But well, I think it's you can figure out more or less what this means. One thing for the people that came here, there is going to be a photo context for all of you with the stickers you can find there for the Hito stickers. Like this is me for the today. And you have to go to Twitter and put something like this, and you have to I don't know, reference KorGE game engine account, I don't know, and then put those two hashtags. You can put it in Spanish or English, and the thing is, you can put get the sticker and put it anywhere you want. The most original photo will be rewarded with a 50 euros Amazon gift. And yeah, this is it. Thank you for watching. You know, this place is called no spoon, but there is a spoon. Okay, so this is it. Now it's the time for questions. Okay, I can read you right away. In the I'm reading the YouTube messages or the chat of YouTube. So if you want to make questions, feel free to make them. In the meantime, if some of you have some questions, feel free to ask. Podéis hablar en español y lo traducimos, lo contesto en español si quiere.
How are dependencies resolved when, for example, using a character that uses a version of Dragon Bones and another one that maybe is using another version of Dragon Bones?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if you people listened, but someone here asked that what happens if we are referencing, for example, an asset that is also referencing a Dragon Ball version, and we are also using another character or asset that is using another version of Dragon Balls. So in this specific case, this is using semantic versioning. So when we are loading those assets, all the dependencies are resolved, and then it finally uses the most recent version. So if we are referencing like 1.3.5 and then 1.4, the 1.4 will be used. So if they are incompatible, you are fucked. But likely that won't happen very often, hopefully. That's it. This is the thing that can be there. More questions? Online people is not asking anything yet. They said hello, have a good demo time, and then I heard nothing. No one is trolling or insulting. I'm disappointed. Okay, so yeah, more questions?
When will you add support to platforms like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch?
Good question. So this guy asked when it will support Xbox, PlayStation, you name it. So the thing is, right now, Kotlin doesn't support those platforms. I asked in the past several times, but no one put efforts on that. So the thing is, since Kotlin is going to support WebAssembly soon, I plan to make a converter that will convert that WebAssembly code into C++. So you will be able to use KorGE code in any platform supporting SDL and OpenGL. So probably there are ports of OpenGL and SDL for all the platforms, including PS4 and Xbox. So it will be supported like that. You're happy? Are you going to make your next game with KorGE 5.0? I hope so.
Have to think about that.
Okay. Someone said, I opened the KorGE store in IntelliJ, but it looks a bit different. I don't know. We can check it later in Discord. And someone said that kind of AI model is using under the hood to process text request. So this is OpenAI. This is the ChatGPT. This is since KorGE has been like 5 years. ChatGPT knows how to code KorGE. It knows how to code it, but it codes an older version. It's probably coding for the 3.0 versions, and since I changed it doubles to floats, things like that, sometimes it generates code that doesn't compile. So I did some tricks. While generating the prompt, I explained the changes. I told him, okay, so now for creating a view, for setting the position, you have to do it like this, and then yeah, like that, and then it somehow works. And the good thing is that you can use it as an assistant, because you can mix coding by yourself and then starting the assistant and requesting some changes, and that's really cool. It will improve over the time. Right now it's a bit early, but it's really promising. And yeah, the thing is, lately in the last few weeks, because this is advancing like really fast, now there are models that you can train locally, and you can execute also them locally. So maybe at some point we can train one of those models to know about KorGE 4.0, and then it will be awesome. How is the final build size for WebTarget, considering as a bare bones project? So I don't know. Right now we can even try, because in the case I have the project. So for example, let's try this project and let's run it in JavaScript. So run JS Webpack release, and let's see. I think it's something between 1 megabyte, 2 megabytes of minimized code that compressed is even more. It's really nice, and I did some optimizations for reducing the size, like not depending on things that are not using. Also, Kotlin did their own optimizations regarding code size. So it's pretty decent. It loads pretty fast. It doesn't compile that fast, but when it opens, it loads fast and runs pretty fine. So now I think we should be able to see. This is probably in the build folder. The build folder with these distributions. No, probably this is sometimes not updated. It's like 1. You are not seeing it. It's like 1.3 megabytes. So it's pretty decent for text and things. This is not referencing Dragon Bones or other things because this is not referenced here, and there is that code elimination. So more questions. How is the final build? Okay. I have an older version of the KorGE plugin. Okay. Now I updated. Looks like yeah. The thing is, previously we have something called awesome KorGE.org. You were probably looking at this. This is the previous version of something that I created before KProject, but it was really limited. We couldn't reference have transitive dependencies. It was really limited. So KProject solved all those issues, and also the page improved. Okay, thanks. Why did you decide to build the engine? Okay, so I decided to build the engine because I worked for a company in the past, actually from the founders of Nospoon, and we were like targeting to this is from the era of Facebook games, so we have like Adobe Flash. We were using like Adobe Flash for creating the games, and we were targeting for web, and also for mobile. And the thing is, it worked fine, but at some point Steve Jobs said that Flash was dead, and he finished Flash. So we had to move it to something else. So I started to experiment with some technologies like hacks, TypeScript, things like that. But by then, JavaScript on iOS, for example, was interpreted, and it was really slow. So we were experimenting like several options. Hacks was the best option I found, but then I don't know why. I read about something called Kotlin before it was the 1.0 version, and it was like let's try this technology to see what is it, and I said something like this thing is coding by itself, something like that, if you remember, and yeah, it was so awesome that I created a project called JTrunks to be able to use Kotlin by then, because Kotlin was just targeting to the JVM by then, and we also needed mobile. And that's the story. After I left that company, I liked Kotlin so much that I decided to continue that effort of being able to create the games with Kotlin by myself, and I created KorGE. And I use a forked version of your WebSocket hacks library for this date. Thank you for it. Okay, nice. Thanks. I didn't give support. It's already archived. But yeah, good to know some people is still using those libraries. Okay, so no more questions, unless you have any other question. So let's.
Me gustaría que explicaras un poco sobre el módulo de monetización,
Sí.
que vendría incluido ahí, qué stores o qué tipo de monetización viene incluido.
Vale, pues a ver,
Puedes contestar en inglés si quieres.
sí, sí, vale. Well, this guy asked that which kind of platforms do the monetization project includes. So the thing is, right now, the good thing is that the store is open for everyone to contribute. So we can, me or other people can contribute to it and create integrations for, you name it, whatever things you can think of. Right now, the ones that I coded are these ones. That this is AdMob support. I'm not showing the screen. This is AdMob support. That is this shows banners from Google. This is one option. And the billing support that I think it supports in API payments. This was not ported yet from these bundles to the K project, so it is not on the store yet. Here we have only this, but the code is here, so it is a matter of copying that code there, and we will be able to use it again. Those that solves your question? Okay. Thanks, awesome. Have you tried to involve JetBrains into this project? I'm not going to ask to answer that question. This is some amazing work. Thank you. So yeah, another question.
Yeah. Do you have some examples about testing?
I think so. Let me create the hello world. I think the hello world has testing looks like this. This is for visual testing. Here we have something like we create views, and then we can create views or include the scenes or whatever. Then we have we add events, things like that, and then we perform assets, and we can do some simulations. We can, for example, simulate a click on a specific, in this case, this is simulating a click on this view without specifying where is that view. Then we can figure out if that view is visible to the user. If it's, for example, if we are checking, we have a pop-up, for example, and the pop-up is not being visible or it's outside the views. We can here verify that our code is working in a way that the user is viewing that view. Then we can do twins, like for example in 10 seconds, but this testing uses a special timing that makes that timing instant. So you won't wait for 10 seconds, it will happen automatically. And then we can check the bounds of that. And yeah, we can do things like this. We can also, since the 4th version, we can also create a screenshot tests. So we can, for example, say make a screenshot of this screen, or make a screenshot of this view, and then you can use that screenshot to compare with a reference screenshot, and then figure out if something changed. So this is really nice. Okay, can KorGE be integrated into an existing KT multi-platform app? So replying to that question, yes, you can. KorGE, in addition to provide a Gradle plugin, it's also a Maven central artifact. So you can include the specific artifact for your version, and then you have specific views. For example, there is in the case of Android, there is a specific view that allows you to integrate a KorGE program in it. So you can, if you have, for example, this was the case. The people from InfoJobs for the 1.0 version or 2.0, I don't remember the date. They actually use KorGE to create an Easter egg that was a mini game that you could play on Android during I don't remember if it was April Fool's or something like that. But yeah, it is possible, and in some cases there are people using this thing. Okay, what are the plans on 3D stuff? So as you could see, all the examples I saw is 2D. But KorGE started to support 3D some time ago. But the thing is that code is outdated, and I'm going to provide 3D support through the store. There will be a key project that will add 3D support to it. So you will be able to include a key project, and then you will be able to load 3D models and display stuff. Because KorGE itself supports rendering any kind of content, 2D, 3D, or whatever. Okay, so I think.
Question here. You have any game that actually integrates all the capabilities of Kotlin, like one final game that integrates all together?
There are people making games with it, but I think there is a released game that is actually in the Steam, but it was using a really old version of KorGE, and it was this game. This was an ASCII art that was using KorGE for rendering and for rendering the tiles and for doing sound and the keyboard. And this is on Steam, already published. And then we have the game jam. The game jam. This is like 2 game jams, and some people participated and created some games. But this was for KorGE 3.0. This is using physics, for example, Box2D, and this is another game. So they are not. They are not published on the stores, but there are some games, something like this. One more question: how much time do you spend working in KorGE each day? You mean in the past or the past few days? In the past few days, I spend more time working on KorGE than sleeping, eating, and other things together. So I think that I was coding like 16 hours a day. I don't know. It was a bit frenetic for the past few months, and especially the past few days, putting it all together. Will there be possibility to write custom shaders? It is, and in fact, it is possible right now. You can. I didn't show it here, but you can create. Well, actually, I can show you. This is still outdated, but for example, here we have filters, and these filters are custom shaders. So yeah, you can have any image or any kind of content, and then you can do things, and you can put a lot of bunnies, like a lot. And this is the old UI. The new one is similar to to compose with filters and things like that. Yeah, I think that's it. You can, I think I have here, for example. This is the new UI from this that you can use, really configurable. That has buttons and checkboxes that look much better than the previous ones. And this is using, well, most of the time mathematical stuff, but this is also in KorGE 4.0 I implemented this is adaptive frame rate. So for this kind of things, for games that are mostly static, like I don't know, like a 2048 game, that most of the time the screen is nothing happening on the screen. The variable frame rate will help to the device battery. So super useful for how much? Okay, there will be. Yeah, custom shaders crazy. You really like it. Yeah, I like it. I have been working on it 5 years. That's for something. Okay, so I think we should go outside before we run out of sunlight or something. So thank you, folks. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much for joining us today. Yeah, that's it.